Good morning, students. Today we shall do chapter 1 from book 2. The topic is India's location. Now, here you can see the map of India. Whole of India lies in the northern hemisphere. Okay, the 0 degree equator passes somewhere here. Now, what is the latitudinal extent of India? It is 8 degree 4 minutes in north to 37 degree 6 minutes in the north. This is the latitudinal extent, and longitudinal extent is 68 degrees 7 minutes east to 97 degree 25 minutes east longitude. This is the longitudinal extent. Roughly there's a difference of 30 degrees. Now what is the actual length? The actual length from north to south is 3214 kilometers. North to south it is 3214 kilometers, and from east to west it is 2933 kilometers. This difference is mainly because of the position of longitudes. The latitudes are parallel to each other, whereas longitudes, they all meet on the poles. So the difference goes on decreasing from equator towards the poles. So this difference is mainly due to the position of latitudes and longitudes. Now let us read from the book. What does it say? The difference is based on the fact that the distance between two longitudes decreases towards the poles, whereas the distance between two latitudes remains the same everywhere. Now, from the values of latitude, it is understood that the southern part of the country lies within the tropics, है ना. जैसे कि दिख रहा है कि जो southern part है वो tropics में है, और जो northern part है वो subtropical zone में है, or the warm temperate zone. The location is responsible for the large variations in the landforms, climate, soil types, natural vegetation in the country. Now let us observe the longitudinal extent and its implications on the Indian people. From the values of longitude, it is quite discernible that there is a variation of nearly 30 degrees, which causes a time difference of nearly 2 hours between the easternmost and the westernmost parts of our country. You are familiar with the concept of Indian Standard Time. देखो जो Indian Standard Time है ना, उसमें क्या है कि 1 आवर का डिफरेंस एवरी 15 डिग्रीज पे आ जाता है ना. तो सिंस हमारी कंट्री की जो लैटिट्यूडनल और लॉन्गिट्यूडनल एक्सटेंड में 30 डिग्रीज का डिफरेंस है, तो हमारा जब हम ईस्ट से वेस्ट की तरफ जाते हैं तो हमारा टाइम डिफरेंस 2 घंटे का आ जाता है. उस 2 घंटे को रूल आउट करने के लिए हमारी कंट्री ने क्या करा कि एक बीच की जो सेंट्रल लॉन्गिट्यूड है उसको स्टैंडर्ड मेरिडियन डिक्लेयर कर दिया, और उस जगह का टाइम हम पूरी कंट्री में हम उसको मानते हैं, जिससे ये जो 2 घंटे का डिफरेंस है ना, नहीं तो कोई गुजरात से प्लेन में बैठेगा और अरुणाचल प्रदेश में पहुंचेगा तो उसकी घड़ी 2 घंटे आगे या पीछे हो जाएगी. तो उस डिफरेंस को रूल आउट करने के लिए हमने एक स्टैंडर्ड मेरिडियन सिलेक्ट कर लिया, which causes a time difference of nearly 2 hours between the easternmost and the westernmost parts of the country. So you are familiar with the concept of Indian Standard Time. What is the use of the standard meridian? While the sun rises in the northernmost states about 2 hours earlier as compared to Jaisalmer, the watches in Digrubar, Imphal in the east, and Jaisalmer, Bhopal or Chennai in the other parts of the India show the same time. Why does this happen? तो देखो जो इधर के जो स्टेट्स हैं वहाँ पे टाइम एक सा होगा, इधर के हैं तो उन पे एक सा होगा, क्योंकि 30 डिग्रीज का डिफरेंस है तो 2 घंटे का टाइम में फ़र्क हो जाएगा. एंड दैट इज़ द रीज़न दैट वी सिलेक्ट अ स्टैंडर्ड मेरिडियन. Name a few places in India through which the standard meridian passes. India, with its area 3.28 million square kilometer, accounts for 2.4% of the world's land area and stands as the 7th largest country in the world. Find out the names of countries which are larger than India. Now, which countries India stands at 7th number. Which are the countries which are larger than India? Find it out, okay? And now, which are the places through which standard meridian passes? The countries that are larger than India are Russia, Canada, USA, China, Brazil, and Australia. And 7th is India. Okay. And which are the countries through which standard meridian passes? You may write it down: Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Orissa, and Andhra Pradesh. These are the 5 states through which our standard meridian passes. Which is the standard meridian? 82 degrees 30 minutes east longitude. 82 degrees 30 minutes east longitude, that is the standard meridian. And what do we mean by standard meridian? I told you before, the time at this longitude has been taken the standard time for the whole of India in order to avoid the confusion of 2 hours. Okay, from east to west. Now next is size. The size of India has endowed her with great physical diversity. Thus you may appreciate the presence of lofty mountains in the north, large rivers such as Ganga, Brahmaputra, Mahanadi, Krishna, Godavari and Kaveri, green forested hills in northeast and south India, and vast sandy expanse of Marusthali. You may further appreciate that bounded by the Himalayas in the north, Hindu Kush and Suleiman ranges in the northwest, Purvachal hills in the northeast, and by the large expanse of the Indian Ocean in the south, it forms a great geographic entity known as the Indian subcontinent. So, India is also called a subcontinent because it is separated from other continents from 3 sides. It has got huge lofty mountains in the north, such as Himalayas. Then it has got Suleiman and Hindu Kush ranges in the northwest and Purvachal hills in the northeast. And then we have the huge oceans in the south. It includes the countries like Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, and India. The Himalayas, together with other ranges, have acted as a formidable physical barrier in the past. Except for a few mountain passes such as Khyber, the Bolan and Shipkila, the Nathula, the Bomdila, etc., it was difficult to cross it. Though Himalayas are so high and so lofty mountains that it is very difficult to cross them, it is only possible only through these passes: Shipkila, Bolan, Nathula, Khyber, and Bomdila. It was very difficult to cross it. It has contributed towards the evolving of a unique regional identity of the Indian subcontinent. By referring to the physical map of India, you can now describe the physical variations which you would come across while traveling from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and from Jaisalmer in Rajasthan to Imphal in Manipur. Peninsular part of India extends towards the Indian Ocean. India is also called Peninsular India because it is surrounded by water on 3 sides, and it is called that is the reason we call it Peninsular India. This has provided the country with a coastline of 6,100 kilometers in the mainland and 7,517 kilometers in the entire geographical coast of the mainland, plus the island groups Andaman and Nicobar located in the Bay of Bengal and the Lakshadweep in the Arabian Sea. Thus, India as a country is a physical diverse land providing occurrence of varied resources. Here the question is, why is India called a subcontinent? It is called a subcontinent because it is large enough and independent politically and geographically. Because we have seen that it has got mountains in the north, ocean in the south, and then rest of the places we have other countries. So it is independent politically and geographically. It is sharing boundaries with Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, and Bangladesh. Now, why is India called Peninsular India? because it is surrounded by water on three sides. On the western side, we have the Arabian Sea, on the eastern side, we have the Bay of Bengal, and in the south, we have the Indian Ocean. So, both these terms are clear to you. Now, let us read this, what is given in this box. School Bhuvan is a portal providing map-based learning to bring awareness among the students about countries' natural resources, environment, and their role in sustainable development. It is an initiative of Bhuvan NRSC ISRO based on an NCERT syllabus. You can explore various maps of India on this. Okay. Now, India and its neighbors. Examine the location of map of India in figure 1.2. You will notice that India is located in the south central part of the continent of Asia, bordering the Indian Ocean and its two arms extending in the form of Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea. This maritime location of peninsular India has provided links to its neighboring regions through the sea and air routes. Now prepare a list of India's neighboring countries by consulting the map. Sri Lanka and Maldives are the two island countries located in the Indian Ocean, which are our neighbors. Sri Lanka is separated from India by the Gulf of Mannar and Park Strait. So, differentiate between a Gulf and Strait. Can you tell me? What is Park Strait? Park Strait is a semi-enclosed water body. Okay. And what is Gulf? Gulf is a deep inlet of sea which is almost surrounded by land with a narrow mouth. So we have a Gulf and Strait in the connecting the area that is connecting Sri Lanka to Tamil Nadu. Okay. Now this finishes our chapter. Thank you, children.